Okay, let's start with the SPY as we usually do. Volume was very light. It wasn't much that happened today. Again, if you're not tightening stops, maybe just exit the position, quite honestly, because this volume is very light. To show you how light, I drew this blue line here on the SPY. Because again, that's the heavy hitter. Dow is for your uncle that calls you and says, "Wow, I get the Dow's Mark's doing great because the Dow is up." The SPY is where it's at, and we can see from right here. I put this blue line here, just so you can see how the volume looked. And yes, there will be some points that are close, but it's pretty much under a lot of things. If we go back, and when you saw that we had one right here, I think it was actually under it and faded and got choppy and then dropped back down. Again, I'm not calling a top. Again, you have another one right here. It started this movement, ended up getting choppy and dropping. And you just want to kind of look and see when it's relative. And we can see that we're at the top of this, this great move, 9-10 days up, 2 bars. We've been talking about it pretty much for the past couple days. But again, you just want to look at these things to say, okay, the volume is lightening up. It's not time to add to positions or to initiate positions because they might get stopped out because there's not a lot of power behind it. And the last thing you want to do is initiate positions in a very thin market. When stuff starts getting thin, stand down. You'll get your opportunity to trade because again, a lot of people will trade this environment and end up getting chopped up because they just can't be patient and wait for some volume to step in and give them a proper direction. Again, I'm not saying that this is a top at all. What I'm saying is that if you're in positions, you're lighting up or probably exiting because you should expect some type of retracement. Now that doesn't mean that it could continue higher, but the volume is definitely saying that we need to be a little cautious here. Again, it's only what Tuesday going into Wednesday. This volume is very light, very light. So we got to see what the rest of the week catches up. But again, yes, we're going into half of the week, and it is very light volume. So we just have to be cautious about that. And the QQQ, again, stuff is just drifting higher, and you can see it with a lot of stuff that didn't really follow through. Again, you should be trimming, trailing, tightening stops now versus initiating stuff because how much more juice you think it got? Things don't go straight up or straight down. You can say, oh, this went straight up. Well, you're gonna bet now that you're gonna try to initiate a position right here, right now. So, and I know a lot of people are looking at the 2000, but it's kind of weird that this stuff is, it gets the masses very bullish, and it's when you're gonna get bullish. So now people are looking to buy now when it hit 2000. I think that's more of a let's just get it up there. The hell, we got it up there already, and then we trace it back because a lot of people might start buying tomorrow because they see this headlines and they get very bullish versus saying, okay, you want to chase this right here, right now. I don't. IWM actually gave some good price action. The volume actually increased. Again, this weekly, it's still looking good. Volume, as you can see, is tapering a lot. So again, I would be trailing and keeping the stop tight. Again, if you got in here, you might be making some money. The volume increasing is definitely a good sign. If we look more on a 15-minute, it pretty much went up and showed some really good price action. Quite honestly, with all things relative with the volume for the other indexes. So that's a good sign for the IWM of all names. You got the Dow. Again, the volume coming up, but you can see this is definitely, not the most bullish of intraday action. So you see that it went up sideways. Again, I wouldn't be initiating positions. If you're in this from this low, and if you were able to hold through last Friday, I think it was last Friday's action on Friday before, you're just going to ride it. I would tighten the shit out of the stop right now because getting to these highs and right here right now is not where I would looking to buy. Apple, again, if you're not exiting position, definitely hit the target. My target around 104.50, quite honestly, but that doesn't mean it gets straight up there, and I think it might run up to their meeting they have, I think in October, September, October, regarding new iPhone and all that other crap. But again, this was a hell of a run. I've been telling you guys from '95. So again, you get $5 in. Don't be a pig. Netflix gave a little bit back. Again, I would not be a pig as well. If you're looking to trade the breakout of here, good luck. Again, I would be exiting position, quite honestly, from yesterday, or rolling, and just got stopped down on the remainder of this little Tesla. Actually, it did move from above here. Again, it's the price action on the 15-minute, 30-minute, it just needs to hold this area, quite honestly. And we'll see what happens, and what goes from there. Again, I'm trading stuff from the daily time frame if I'm looking at this, because we did like this increase in volume to the upside. It showed relative strength yesterday, actually. So we look at Tesla, we look at Solar City. Let's look at Google. Google, we got to see. I'll look at this retracement, but again, you can see this price action starting to get a little sloppy. So it came in, it broke down, and now it's just kind of going sideways. So we got to look at the higher time frame to see kind of where we're going. And we do have higher lows in place, so that's a good sign. Again, you don't want to be that person that's we'll see what happens, because again, you see we have lower highs and higher lows, and I don't want to go to a monthly, and we'll just see where this one breaks out. But again, I'll wait for the breakout and pull back, because it could break down as well. So when it's starting to squeeze, you kind of say, okay, who's going to win? The volume is decreasing to the upside, and kind of just wait. This overall market's kind of giving that same type of tone as well. The banking sector, again, I wouldn't be getting along here. I mean, again, I don't know why you would trade just this one little thing, but again, you just wait for a pullback and go from there. Got Goldman Sachs pretty much giving the same thing. Let's see what Twitter does. Twitter actually showed a lot of strength today. It's kind of crazy. Well, it's not crazy, and you expect the unexpected, right? So from this pullback, or even if you traded the breakout here, it actually showed a lot of strength, which is actually surprising. I mean, this 15-minute looks awesome on how strong it was today. So again, I wouldn't be. A lot of people might say, "Oh, tomorrow's a trade." I don't do that. So let's see what happens. Volume needs to kick in. Again, I'm expecting some type of retracement. I'm not calling a top, but again, moves pause. So we'll see how this one goes. So again, keep your powder dry. If you're in cash is position, probably a powerful position. Also remember that during these light volume, sideways days, a lot of people, this is when you test your system out. This is when you can see if your system will keep you out the shit. If your system keeps you out the shit, that's great, because when stuff is screaming up or screaming down, everybody's making money. But when it's moving sideways, that's when you can really say, you know what, my system had me sit on my hands all day, and I'm fine with that. If you're somebody that needs to trade every day, you might as well go to Vegas and mess your money there, because if the trade's not there, you just want action, go play the horses, or Texas Hold'em or something like that, because treat this like a business. All right, so take care.